Mariana Trench, deepest ever sub-dive finds plastic bag.
Here's a summary of the article.
An American explorer has found plastic waste on the seafloor while breaking the record for the deepest ever dive. Victor Vescovo descended nearly 11 kilometers to the deepest place in the ocean, the Pacific Ocean's Mariana Trench. The first dive to the bottom of the Mariana Trench took place in 1960 by U.S. Navy Lieutenant Don Walsh and Swiss engineer Jacques Piccard in a vessel called the Bathyscaphe Trieste. Witnessing the dive from the Pacific was Don Walsh. He told BBC News, "I salute Victor Vescovo and his outstanding team for the successful completion of their historic explorations into the Mariana Trench. 6 decades ago, Jacques Piccard and I were the first to visit that deepest place in the world's oceans." The dive forms part of the 5 Deeps expedition, an attempt to explore the deepest points in each of the world's 5 oceans, as well as the Mariana Trench in the Pacific. In the last 6 months, dives have also taken place in the Puerto Rico Trench in the Atlantic Ocean, the South Sandwich Trench in the Southern Ocean, and the Java Trench in Indian Ocean.
This post received a score of 11,056, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
This other news is from just 2 months back. It has reached inside animal's gut now, sad face.
Maybe we should start forcing people to swallow meters of plastic rope until we figure out this plastic problem.
Just for the taste of it, diet rope.
Greater than diet rope. That's what I call my tapeworm.
Gross but also accurate.
Whenever I see an article like this, I kinda worry that one was mine once.
It's kinda silly, but it really does help, in terms of developing better habits, to imagine every piece of plastic you throw away floating in the ocean. Sometimes it can't be helped, and what the average person does is nothing compared to what huge corporations are doing, but better habits are better habits.
The idea that consumer choice and better habits will solve this is a distraction. We need to approach plastics manufacturing, especially single-use and non-durable goods manufacturing, with the same legislative vigor that we did asbestos and TEL.
It's victim blaming. Consumers are the victim in all this. Corporations are profiting off of our loss. I hate all this effort to unload all the problems onto the citizenry. That will never be a solution. It's blaming and punishing the victims for the crimes committed against them. Absolute horseshit.
It is a very deliberate and concerted approach by beverage bottlers and plastics manufacturers. It's shameful that we continue to not learn these lessons as a global society.
And it's actually not even that new a tactic. You know that big anti-litter push decades ago? Yeah, that was major corporations trying to shift the conversation from the explosion of single-use packaging and putting the blame on the consumer to stop littering. Yeah, sure, we shouldn't throw shit on the ground. But it's a lot easier when every item we buy doesn't come in 8 layers of plastic.
This guy gets it.
Life in plastic. Not quite fantastic.
The ocean's polluted, but no change has been instituted.
All these dying whales. Because of repeated human fails.
We need a green revolution, a bold, brand new solution, a stop to all pollution, but when it comes to choosing, greed and profits win, and we're all losing.
Commercial fishing, drag nets catch it all, whatever breaks, we just let it fall. Species gripping, clawing for life. We still pump oil, over economic strife. Lest some choose, they bruise and lose, while algos buy back with options to choose.
How depressing.
Don't worry. In the US we will continue doing nothing about it. It ought to work itself out, right?
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.